Katie.
I got dust in my eye. It hurts. Ow. Kids, make sure you wear protective goggles. Ever since moving to Wisconsin, I haven't had a place of my own. Right now, I've been currently staying and sleeping in my mom's basement room. And let's just say it looks kind of old lady-ish. I wanted the room to be my own aesthetic, and to be comfy and cozy. So I put together a Pinterest board of how I wanted the room to look, and I kind of just went with it. So today I'm going to tell you how I gave my small room an affordable makeover. Step that I did for this room is furniture. I tried to pick out cheap furniture pieces or use what I already had and refurbish them. I think the hugest thing when you're trying to do something affordable is to constantly be looking on Facebook Marketplace for that next deal, and don't be afraid to bargain them down. I found this really cool mirror off of Facebook Marketplace for $40. I got a really cool glass desk. I think I found the desk for $30-$40, which is really cheap, and it's a very nice desk, so it was a nice find. Another thing that I found was this nice small gray leather chair on Facebook Marketplace, and I believe I got that for $30. So again, look at Facebook Marketplace. You're gonna find such amazing finds. Did find something free on the side of the road. It's just this really cute black cabinet. However, it was really scratched up and messed up. So what I ended up doing is I ended up sanding it down and then spray painting a nice clean coat of black paint all over it. And then I refurbished that to make it another dresser. Besides Facebook Marketplace hunting, I also used the furniture that was already in this room. So I took those wooden dresser and bedside table and I painted it this nice gray color to match the headboard in the room. And honestly, it makes the whole room so cohesive. You're adding something new to your room just by changing the color of it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is buy sandpaper, tack cloth, and optionally a buffer. Make sure to wear a mask and gloves, as dust and paint fumes can be very toxic. You're going to want to sand if you either have a glossy finish on your furniture item or you want to get rid of any imperfections/rough areas. Only sand that immediate area for 3 to 5 seconds and then continue throughout the whole piece. Once sanding is complete, you can buffer or move straight to removing the dust with a tack cloth. Next is spray painting. You are going to want to buy primer or get a can that includes both primer and the color in one. Before spraying, shake the can for at least 1 minute to ensure all paint is mixed well and that there won't be any streaks. You're going to want to paint the furniture in back and forth motions that come off of the furniture about 1 to 2 inches to ensure that there aren't any harsh lines or droplets. If droplets or runs do appear, finish painting the whole item and then let it dry for 2 to 3 hours before sanding away those imperfections. You can then cover them in a second coat. Even without droplets, you're going to want to wait a couple of hours for it to dry before continuing on to the second coat. Once done, let it dry before moving it to a well-ventilated and safe space, for example, a garage. Let the item sit for 24 hours before moving it to your desired location. And to avoid toxic fumes and that horrible paint smell, let it sit in that well-ventilated area for at least 2 to 3 days. And after all that hard work, you have some beautiful furniture. So after I was done with spray painting and hunting down furniture and getting all of the furniture inside the room, the next thing I did was DIY and made cool things myself. So if you're trying to be really affordable, make it yourself. So the first DIY project that I did was a plant wall. So the things that I grabbed for this was some chicken wire, fake leaves / foliage / greenery, and then fairy lights. So I took the greenery and I intertwined that into the chicken wire. This does take a bit of time. You have to be patient with it, but once it's all intertwined, it looks very cool. The next thing that I did is I wanted it to light up. So I grabbed some cheap fairy lights from Target and I intertwined that with the greenery. I hung it with some nails exactly where I wanted it, and the plant wall was done. The next DIY that I did was super simple and easy, and that was simple sketches. So there's currently been this artwork going around Pinterest and other sites of this one sketch artwork, and if you wanted to buy those at a store, it's anywhere from $12 to $20. When I knew I could just make it myself, so why pay all of that when I can just buy some cheap canvases for a couple of dollars? So what I did was I grabbed those cheap canvases from Michael's, and then I just used a Sharpie or a pen or whatever, and then I traced it out. I did practice the sketches for about an hour just because I am not the most artsy talented person. If you're artistically inclined, then it might take you a lot less time, but I'm not, so it took about an hour. Once I was done with that, I did decide to go in with watercolors to give it a pop of color. Looking back at it, I kind of wish that I would have kept it black and white, but that's what I did. You can just keep it simple, or you can add color depending on what you want. So the next thing that I did was I got really handy, I don't need no man, and I drilled my own holes. So I found these really cool macrame plant hangers off of Walmart for $12. So I snatched that up and I was like, I'm gonna put some plants above my bed. I've never drilled a hole before, but it actually was not that challenging. You just have to figure out exactly where you want them to go. If you're doing two, try to make sure they're parallel by measuring it out. Another thing though, make sure you wear goggles and a mask. I was dumb and I did not do that, and that is not smart. Definitely got stuff in my eye. However, after drilling, I just screwed the hooks into the wall, and then I just attached the macrame hanger and the potted plant on there, and it wasn't too difficult. So after I got the furniture, I made some cool DIYs and I drilled some holes in the wall. Last thing that I had to do was grab some last finishing touches. I'm gonna do a quick haul to show you all the things that I've grabbed from my room. So the first thing that I grabbed was this calendar. It's a whiteboard calendar that you can mark up. I know a lot of people have these. This is maybe a more high schooler thing, but I know that I really like to keep track of what's going on in my life, and having something where I can mark up what's going on with my everyday and my monthly planner is really nice for me. I just grabbed this from TJ Maxx. It was like $10, so really unaffordable, and I'm just gonna put this near my desk. The next thing that I grabbed was this wall art set. This is what it looks like. It's two pictures that go next to each other. I plan on putting this above my dresser that I spray painted gray. I got this from TJ Maxx for $25, which I think is pretty good for two of them. My other things that I got from TJ Maxx was this candle. It says it's vanilla suede. And I think I got this from TJ Maxx for $5 or $10, so again, pretty good. Last thing that I got from TJ Maxx, sorry, I just like discovered it. It was honestly my first time going in there, and I was like, what the heck, these things are like actually somewhat affordable, and they have cool things to spice up my room. Like, okay, thank you TJ Maxx. But to add on, I also got this light. It's just like fun to add different lights to vibe up the room. I plan on putting this by my bedside table, but we'll see where it goes, but I'm excited for it. It's gonna be really cute. The last two things that I got were from my bed. My mom and I went to Target and we discovered this like bright yellow goldish comforter, and we're like, you know, let's go bigger, let's go home. So we got it. This is what it looks like. It's just this giant queen size yellow comforter. It's super soft. It comes with two shams for the pillows as well. So it's really gonna add like the most color to the room, because everything else, as you've seen, the furniture is gray and black. This is a way of adding a lot of color, is through this bed, the pillows, and all the plants that I'm going to be adding. It was at Target. I think it was $70 or $80, so on the expensive side. Other ways of going about that is to add it with throw blankets. You can find a throw blanket for like $20 on Target, and that's a lot cheaper to get in some color. And the last thing that I got from Target was this little throw pillow. It has tassels on the end, if you can see. I think it just is really nice to put some blue with the yellow. I think it's gonna look really nice, those two complementary colors. So yeah, those are the few things that I've grabbed, but you're gonna see soon how it's gonna look in the room. I'm super excited, so I'll just give it right back to Other Katie. So now that I've grabbed my last couple of things, I put it all together, I lit my candle, turned the lights on, and here's my completed room. Isn't my room such a vibe with all of the lights and the color scheme and just like the bohemian touches? I'm honestly obsessed with it. I couldn't have asked for a better room. I probably have spent less than $100 to $200 on the whole entire room, furniture, bedding, all of that included. So you can do it cheap, you can make things yourself, and it's gonna look amazing. I hope this helps transform your space, but if not, and you've just watched to see my room transform, well, thank you. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to make more fun, DIY, transformative projects for you here, because I honestly enjoy it, and I wish I was an interior designer. Thank you for watching my interior design fantasies. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.